What's up, guys? It's Dragonfly Mike. Today I'm doing a tobacco review. Today I'm doing apple Doppio. Doppio, I'm pretty sure, is Italian for double, so it's double apple flavor. You can see the fact that it's got an apple on it. I don't know if you can actually see it, and it's split. And you can see the red and the green. And then on the side of it, you can see that there's a black licorice on it. So you can assume that it's pretty much, it's got the normal double apple flavors to it. Now, when you smell it, you get that kind of apple scent to it, and then you get that anise in the background as well. And there's something else there that my nose just can't pick up. Let me take a poke for you guys. As usual, Starbuzz has good clouds. This actually, for a Starbuzz flavor, has a good inhale flavor. On the inhale, you get that kind of sweet anise flavor to it. It's pretty strong on the inhale, which is pretty nice. That's different for a lot of Starbuzz flavors. Now, again, I don't really critique too much on the fact if you get an inhale flavor or not, because I know a lot of brands they don't have a great inhale flavor. So that's not something that's a big deal, but I do think it's pretty cool you do get a good inhale flavor. Now on the exhale, let me take another poke. On the exhale, as always, is when the flavor really pops. It is a very sweet double apple flavor. I have to say that this is one of the sweetest that I've had. And despite me not being a big fan of sweet flavors, I don't really mind the fact that it's really sweet in this flavor. Now, you get that apple flavor that kind of cascades over your palate. You can really pick it up. But then the anise in it really blends together. It's kind of like they've been melted together, and you get a combination flavor. Rather than getting two separate flavors, you're getting one flavor that has many different aspects to it, and that's pretty interesting as well. When it comes to the spice, some people were saying it was cinnamon, some people weren't able to pick it up. I'm kind of not really able to pick the distinguishable spice up. I know that it's there, but I'm not really sure exactly what spice it is. I can see why people say cinnamon. I understand that after smoking it, but again, my palate isn't really picking it up. But despite all those positives, for some reason I feel like the flavors just don't mingle together well on my palate. It's very interesting. I don't mind the sweetness. It's definitely got an apple flavor, and it definitely has that spice anise flavor to it. But I'm just not a fan of it for some reason. It's a flavor where when I first started smoking it, I really wasn't getting much flavor from it. I packed it in my Vortex, I packed it in my Hot Shot that I broke, and I don't want to talk about that. But I packed it in a Funnel Bowl, my Super Chief, and I really wasn't just getting the flavor that I felt other people were getting. So I was really excited to smoke it with the Lotus, because I felt that the Lotus would bring out more of the flavor, which it did. And I did notice that the longevity was a little better on it. I felt like the flavor lasted. But again, it's something for some reason where I'm not into this double apple flavor. I understand what they were trying to do with it. I feel since double apple is such a, quote, traditional flavor, some of the people that like sweeter flavors, that are real into Starbuzz, real into Haze, they're just not real big on double apple. And that's fine, no big deal. And I think Starbuzz was trying to create a sweeter double apple flavor that kind of the new generation of hookah smokers would like. And I think they did a really good job at that. But for me personally, somebody that kind of likes a more traditional double apple, I'm just not a big fan of it. Because of that, my rating is actually going to be a thumbs down. Now, despite the fact that it smokes well, despite the fact that I think the flavor is prominent, it's a flavor that I just don't like. And I feel like I'm one of the only reviewers and one of the only people on the planet that doesn't like this flavor. And that's why I keep smoking it. I feel like I'm missing out on something, that my palate isn't picking something up. Something is just... I feel like I'm the one that's missing something on this flavor. I don't think it's the actual flavor itself, because so many people do like it. And because of that, as I said, it's very curious that I'm really not a big fan of it. Let me take another poke for you guys. Another reason I'm just not a big fan of it, even though I don't have any right now and it's really bothering me, is I don't feel like it mixes well with black leaf. Now, you guys know, double apple and black leaf, like Sagul, Con, Supercast, that is my mix. I love it. It's something where if I could only smoke one thing for the rest of my life, it would be Nakla double apple and Supercast. That's if those are the only two flavors I could smoke, that's what it would be. And it's kind of a bummer when I get a double apple that just doesn't mix well with it. It's kind of, I sit there and I go, oh man, I like double apple, but sometimes it needs that more of a natural tobacco taste. And I really can't do that with this Starbuzz. That's another reason I'm giving it a thumbs down. As I said, if you watch other reviews on it, everybody else likes it. I'm kind of the black sheep with this flavor, but it's just something that's not my bag. I think that's all I got. Make sure to check out my Facebook page. When I run contests and stuff, that's how I update people. That's how I let you know what's going on. I also have it linked up to my Instagram, so sometimes the pictures have nothing to do with hookah, but it's just how it is. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and as always, guys, peace out.